Hello to all my friends and family, and welcome to Jim's 5 a.m. Club. I'm just down here at the parkland, just adjacent to Circular Quay, just sitting under a beautiful shady tree in front of the Museum of Contemporary Art. And it's lunchtime. I'm just going to have a break from work. I think I'll probably do my 5 a.m. club from this position here because it's a little bit too warm out there to be walking around. So I'll just chill out and just take it easy. I've got this beautiful view of the Opera House, and if I move a little bit to the right, I can also get a vista of the Harbour Bridge. What a beautiful day. Nice little breeze blowing through, and I'm just chilling out here under the tree. So let's go and do a book summary today. I'm going to do a book summary on a book entitled You Are a Badass, by Jen Sincero. You Are a Badass from Jen, I think it's Jen or Jane, probably Jen Sincero. So let's just go through this book summary and see where it takes us, where it leads us. And I'm sure we're going to pick up a couple of points that we can possibly use, because the objective is to live, learn and pass it on. So the author here kicks off with a powerful statement, and one that I absolutely love, because I can really relate to this. And she says that you are responsible for what you say or do, but not, I repeat, not responsible whether or not people freak out about it. It's a powerful point there. So at the end of the day, yes, we are responsible for what we say and what we do, but our responsibility ends there. You know, we're not responsible for how people receive messages or receive actions. At the end of the day, you can give gifts, but it's up to the people around you as to whether or not they're going to receive it as a gift or get offended. And we live in a world with a cancel culture where everybody gets offended at everything. So the author here makes it very, very clear that at the end of the day, it's not my responsibility how you accept something, and we can't go around worrying our whole lives whether or not people are offended with what we say and do, because there is a level of free speech that we must be entitled to in our lives, as long as what we say is not aggressive and insightful. Then as the author says, it's not up to us to worry about what other people think. And the author goes to the next point and says, well, not only does it not matter, opinions don't matter, especially those of haters, because we're always going to be surrounded by people who are going to be going out of their way to invalidate us, to prove us wrong, to see us wrong, regardless of what you say, regardless of what you do. There's just a legion of people out there who have got nothing better to do than to look and poke holes in everything you say, think or do. But shouldn't be a worry, shouldn't concern us. And according to the author, we mustn't worry about it, especially mustn't worry about the opinions of haters, because their opinions are featherweight at the best. So the 3 points to come out of this book. The first point is we need to draw a line in the sand right now, and to understand how you spend your time truly reflects your true priorities. You know, we can sit and think and try and second guess what people's priorities are, because people say a lot of things and send us on a merry goose chase, so to speak. But where people actually spend their time is a true reflection of where their true priorities are. And if it's not a true reflection, then they're fools, because if you're spending time doing things which are not your priorities, then you're wasting your time and you're wasting your life. So it's a very bold point, but a very valid point. So wherever you're spending your time, or wherever people are spending their time, is where their true priorities are. And if it's not their true priorities, then it's their problem, not yours. And the author also lays down a challenge for each and everybody to really go after their dreams, because in order to go after your dream, you need to put your inner badass in charge. So don't be the sort of person who is led by the nose and influenced by the people and the environment around them, because you're responsible and accountable for achieving your dreams. And to really go for your dreams, you must put your inner badass in charge. What a powerful motivator that is, and a catalyst to action. The second point that the author comes up with is that you need to know what you want, but be flexible about how you go about it. So that's another important point. You need to figure out what you want, but don't be obsessed in terms of how you get there, because the road will be a meandering path. It'll be a journey, it'll be a roller coaster with ups, downs, roundabouts, but you need to be flexible. You need to be very, very strict and clear in terms of what you want. But as the author suggests, you need to be very, very flexible in your approach, because you're going to have blockages, you're going to have potholes, you're going to have people getting in your way and trying to change your direction. So be always willing to change your direction, and to go over, under, around, or even through if you have to achieve your dreams. And the author just says, it puts it very, very simply: just do what you say you're going to do, and just do it. And we've heard that time and time again, and it's been the logo that Nike have successfully launched for over 2 or 3 decades now, and it's something which still resonates with me, and I'm sure it resonates with everybody. And the last point that the author, the badass author, talks about is when your environment doesn't support you. This is an important one. This is for everybody, young and old. When your environment doesn't support you, just change your environment. You don't have to put up with crap. You don't have to put up with limiting environments, because you can change in a heartbeat, and you can just look to change your environment wherever you can. But there is a proviso that if you're constantly changing and constantly on the move, then that's not good either, because you're never going to be the cream that rises to the surface. So yes, by all means, change your environment, but also be willing to change yourself in order to make the most and leverage your environment. So it's a fine art. It's a fine art that we need to be able to work with and work around. But each person, as we said before, is responsible and accountable for their future. So you need to assess your environment and decide whether or not you're going to make some changes to yourself to be able to leverage what you've got in your environment, or you're going to change your environment wholesale and completely to achieve what you want to achieve. The decision is yours. But the author finishes off with the last point here. So, and it's a good point, but it's a very, very serious point, that each and every one of us need to make some tough decisions in our lives, some very tough decisions. But those tough decisions are important so that we don't have regrets later on. You want to live your life based on your design, based on your calling and callings, So in order to get there, you need to say yes to yourself and no to other people. And by the same token, you also need to say no to some things that you have in your life, and to say yes to things outside of yourself. But they're all decisions that each person has to make on their own accord, depending on your passion, depending on your desires, depending on your pursuits. You need to sometimes bring out the badass in you in order to get to where you want to go. And at the end of the day, as they say, you can't stop a person who knows where they're going, but that person firstly needs to know where they're going, and they need to initiate and turn up the boosters of their badass character in order to have the energy, the foresight and the propulsion to get to where they're going. So thanks very much for joining me on Jim's 5 AM Club. I absolutely love coming to you each day from a different location with a different message. Let's finish off with a positive affirmation. I'm alive, I am well, and I feel absolutely great. To my friends and family, stay connected, stay relevant, stay reasonable, and let's take a few lessons from this book, because we need to become badass every now and then, because we need to be responsible and accountable for who we are and where we want to go, as well as to be able to reap the rewards of that journey as well. So as the author aptly puts in her book, you are a badass. We need to draw a line in the sand right here and now, and to understand that we need to spend our time, our valuable time, on our true priorities and not those fake bullshit priorities that other people impose on us, or other people hijack our path with. You know what you need to know what you want. You need to clearly and unambiguously know exactly what you want, and to be flexible in terms of how you get there, but you need to be taking action on a daily basis, and you need to make some tough decisions and look at the environment, look at the circle of friends you have around you, look at your family, look at your workmates, and look at everything. Take everything into consideration. And if your environment doesn't support you, change your environment, or else look at ways to change yourself to leverage your environment. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me. I look forward to coming to you again from a different location tomorrow with a different message, a message of empowerment, something that will help us get through the morning, get through the day, get through our life, and enable us to live, learn, and pass it on. So thank you very much, and we'll chat again. Filakia from Jim's 5 AM Club, and from this wonderful, wonderful location in this beautiful city of Sydney. Take care, yasas, and we'll chat again.